interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here comes Jerome.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
One of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. He has the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
The Browns at 2-7 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking to go 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
The 20.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At the 31-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Option right, Pickett going to run with it.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers going to bring in Braden Mann to punt. return that time gets 12 yards back.
And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Now Watson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over possession here at the 44.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
They'll run with Chubb.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Watson off play action. On the move to his left.
Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
Now Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They need 2. Here's third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
First and 10, here's Pickett. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Give running left is Harris. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing. No, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was going for the age. I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling, and I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On first and 10, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's 2nd and 3. Moore, the man in motion. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get funny, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. To throw is Watson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. They got 29 yards that time. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle, it's Chubb. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. And the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Pickett going to move his guys around. Back to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Pickett sets up play action.
And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
This is taken at about the 14.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
George Pickens.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And just shutting him off there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd and long for Pickett. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
The Browns drive about to get started. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Watson.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Moore, the man in motion. They go up the middle with Chubb. Room here to run. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff. And when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't. But also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, where they've got 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Pickett going to bootleg it. Sliding out of the pocket. And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Browns 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's 2nd and 10.
24 is down, he's coming. 24!
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to look deep for more. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, powering his way forward. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hold the ready. Check. Hurt. Check. Hurt. Check, go.
They'll try the right side with Harris. Pushing through the contact. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. That keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Off play action. Pickett. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They run for it with Harris. There he goes, right side. A little juke. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Pickett. Rolling to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. It gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Pickett going to keep it himself, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Browns 10. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pick up there. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Okay, ready?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
It's like I've been smooth for so